USDA ribeye steaks, boneless, only $18.99 per pound. Imported broccoli crowns, just $2.99 per pound. Select varieties of DiGiorno pizzas, just $9.50 for a 27.5-ounce box. Chef Boyardee pasta meals, only $1.89 for a 14.75-ounce tin. Select varieties of Chobani yogurts, only $1.99 for a 5.3-ounce tub. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more weekly specials.
You can count on us.
Live from Bermuda Broadcasting, this is ZBM TV9 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, October 5th, 2017. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us tonight. An abusive process, that's how a source at the Ministry of Education describes the situation surrounding Dr. Freddy Evans, who denies that he has been replaced as Commissioner of Education. And our source, who asked not to be identified for fear of being targeted, contends the evidence is clear from his performance appraisals. Gary Moreno, who broke the news on Dr. Evans, brings us up to date.
According to our source, who is very close to the situation, the evaluation was poorly written and clearly motivated by a desire to have Dr. Evans replaced. This, our source contends, was particularly evident as Dr. Evans began to assert a level of independence in decision-making, which our source maintains Dr. Evans should have been allowed given his position as Commissioner of Education. Our source continues, this put Dr. Evans at odds with very senior management at the ministry, leading to the current state of affairs. Further, individuals with limited knowledge of education micromanaged and frequently undermined the ability of Dr. Evans to direct resources to move the system forward in a consistent manner. Something, it is alleged, pulled back progress made over the last few years, making it difficult for Dr. Evans to make day-to-day decisions. What's more, leaders in the department, including Dr. Evans, our source suggests, have been misrepresented to the Board of Education as well as successive ministers of education, with, they claim, the only minister willing to learn for himself being Knowlton Brangman, whom it's felt should have been left to finish the job which he started. Elsewhere, our source points to the scores on Dr. Evans' probation reports, copies of which we've managed to obtain. The scores on the first and second report exactly the same, and just as the Royal Gazette reported, consistently ranked Dr. Evans as performing substantially above requirements and highlighting that he had the potential to lead the public school system. However, the scores on his final report would suggest otherwise, with significant declines. Meanwhile, based on the fact that it is only the governor who can terminate Dr. Evans during his probationary period in accordance with his contract, we wrote to the Ministry of Education asking the following: when was Dr. Evans terminated, by whom, and when was this communicated to him? So far, the ministry has not responded, but we've been assured once there is an official comment, it will be provided to us. And as we've previously reported, Government House has declined comment. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
A man who beat his lover and tied him to a bedpost, leaving him to die over several hours, is tonight beginning a lengthy prison sentence. The case of Kevon Scott, who was convicted of the murder of his partner Edmund John Flood, went before the Supreme Court for sentencing today. 35-year-old father of one, Kevon Scott, on his own admission of guilt, was sentenced to life imprisonment for the murder of 55-year-old Edmund John Flood and must spend a minimum of 18 years behind bars before he can be eligible for parole. Prosecutor Javon Rogers told the Supreme Court how Mr. Flood and Scott were in a romantic relationship, albeit it was, quote, tumultuous and strained. On September 29, 2016, a landlord recalled to police hearing a disturbance in Mr. Flood's lower apartment, yelling, "Get out of my house. I just want to be loved. I'm tired of this." Then later, the sound of Flood's car leaving the driveway. Mr. Flood, also known affectionately as Johnny 5, was found dead on October 2nd, tied to his bed inside his Paget residence, following concerns raised by his landlord. An autopsy and forensic examination determined the deceased was repeatedly punched in the head, face, and neck, resulting in the injuries causing his airway to slowly narrow, eventually leading to his death, while left alone, bound by masking tape around his ankles and arms across his chest. A week later, police located Scott and noticed injuries to his hands and knuckles. Prosecutors added that their relationship was fueled by physical abuse, emotional abuse, and fear, as Scott previously assaulted Mr. Flood, causing him to be hospitalized, although charges were dropped against him. Scott should serve life with no less than 20 years before parole, according to the Crown. Scott's lawyer, Mark Pettingill, indicated that his client is remorseful for his actions, which was marred by excessive drug use, and recommended no more than 15 years before parole. When given the chance to address the court, Scott apologized to the victim's family, the court, and the community, stating, quote, "What happened to John is wrong. My only wish and intention is to do the right thing. I am actively involved in programs at Westgate to turn this thing around," unquote. Meanwhile, reviewing counsel submissions, Justice Carlisle Greaves disagreed with the Crown, rather suggesting that Scott's intent was to inflict grievous bodily harm and not kill. Nonetheless, he called this murder a serious one, as this was not the first beating imposed on the deceased, and he was left tied up alone, unable to help himself. Scott will be aged 53 before he can be considered for parole. Elsewhere tonight, former Premier Michael Dunkley not satisfied with the explanation from Minister of Tourism and Economic Development Jamal Simmons that the Proceeds of Crime Act contains significant guidelines as they pertain to gaming regulations. According to Mr. Dunkley, all's well and good, but time is not on our side, and those regulations need to be hammered out.
I thought the minister waffled quite extensively and tried to avoid the question. I'm well aware of the Proceeds of Crime Act and what's been done on that. I'm well aware of the review that is coming up. It's critical to the future sustainability of Bermuda. The former government set the foundation for it, and we look forward to the current government moving it forward to make us get that positive outcome that we desperately need. And as an offshoot for that, Gary, I think it's important the government thinks twice before they cut off any legal action against Leahy or Port Royal, because those type of things will impact any review. Now back to gaming. Yes, the government does need to move in an appropriate manner, but time is not on our side. And I say this for a couple of reasons. One, I think the people of Bermuda will recall that last week it was revealed that Princess was given a provisional license. They are ready to move forward with gaming, something that the people of Bermuda have been expecting for some time. It creates opportunity and jobs for Bermudians. But until the regulations are tabled and until there is correspondent banking, the Princess can't move anywhere with the provisional license that they've been given. Now, a lot of the comments that the minister made draw more concern for me and the people of Bermuda, because while rightly so, the correspondent banking issue is up to the Bermuda Gaming Commission in themselves. I was aware that those regulations were ready to move forward. And if that's the case, they're on the minister's desk.
Stay with us. More news after the break.
You can count on us.
Pretty Lady Emerald Red or White Seedless Grapes, only $3.99 per pound. Fresh assorted pork chops, just $3.49 per pound. Select varieties of Arm & Hammer laundry detergent, only $9.99 for a 61.25-ounce bottle. Select varieties of Kraft shredded cheese, just $4.09 for an 8-ounce bag. Bluebonnet margarine sticks, only $1.99 for a 1-pound box. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
When you lie down on a Stearns & Foster bed, you'll appreciate all the craftsmanship we've put in, making it that much harder to get out. Stearns & Foster, crafting the world's finest bed.
Furniture Walk, Bermuda's home of top mattress brands, Stearns & Foster, Therapeutic, and Restonic. Furniture Walk, furnishing Bermuda's homes for over 30 years. Call 292-5209.
When you shop online, the cheapest, quickest, and easiest way to bring your packages into Bermuda is with U.S. Express at mailboxes.
I've been a U.S. Express customer for a long, long time, and I stay a customer because it's fast, easy, and convenient.
You get the automatic call when your package is here, and just the pickup is easy. The street's not too crazy there, but you can just swing by, boom, down the steps, get your package, and off you go.
Sign up for a U.S. Express account at www.mailboxesunlimited.com today.
Looking for a challenge, new adventures, forge lifelong friendships, and earn an extra $5,000 to $6,000 a year?
Good stuff.
Be a part of a proud and honorable legacy of service. The Royal Bermuda Regiment is seeking volunteers. Let's go, guys! Call us at 238-1045 or visit bermudaregiment.bm. The Royal Bermuda Regiment, your regiment.
Government tonight eyeing the tourism sector as a way for Bermudians to be gainfully employed over the long term. Jamal Simmons, the Minister for Tourism and Economic Development, says government will start by enhancing the training of Bermudians through the Bermuda Hospitality Institute. Here's the Minister announcing the initiatives at a news conference today.
With Bermudian jobs continuing to be lost in the tourism industry, it is clear that a new approach is needed to ensure that Bermudians come first in jobs and opportunities in our own country. The government, working in tandem with the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Ministry of Education and Workforce Development, and stakeholders, will conduct an industry-wide skills and needs assessment of the tourism industry to identify areas where unemployed and underemployed Bermudians can be trained to fill or be promoted into jobs currently held by non-Bermudians. For Bermuda to realize its fullest potential, we must have a well-trained, highly qualified Bermudian workforce where the only limit to growth and advancement are the ones that individuals put on themselves. To achieve this goal, we must ensure full alignment between the worker skill sets, industry demands, and the education and training being offered.
The training and designations at the Hospitality Institute will enhance to certify Bermudians so they can become stakeholders in the industry.
Bermuda has long punched above our weight, attracting global events such as the PGA Grand Slam and the America's Cup. Events like these allow Bermuda to be seen and experienced by a wider global audience, draw visitors to Bermuda, and help keep Bermuda front of mind in a very competitive tourism environment. Lessons have been learned from the international events Bermuda has hosted in the past, and we intend to build on those lessons. The government will transform the ACBDA into the Bermuda Event Authority. This reformed body will build on the experience of hosting the America's Cup. However, the new authority will be constituted to utilize a far more comprehensive, diverse, and inclusive approach to finding, attracting, managing events.
In other news, Government MP Ralph Commission is seeing a flicker of light inside the tunnel as he seeks to have a living wage become a reality here in Bermuda. Mr. Commission recently reminding other members of the House of Assembly of the significance of his proposal.
We can't lose sight of the fact that there is growing income inequality. There's growing incidences of poverty in Bermuda. For many of us MPs who have been on the doorstep of the last 4 months, and even prior to that for many of us, it's clear to see. You may know that in the Royal Gazette the other day, you had the comments by Robert Stubbs, a noted economist, who said that by his estimation and his calculations, as per the 2010 census, there are about 23% of persons in Bermuda living in poverty. I suspect that if you can add another 5 or 6% of those who are just near poverty, just above that median, the median of the median income of Bermudians, and so we have a major problem here. It's structural. It's been entrained for the last quarter century or more. Growing income inequality, growing adoption of low-cost foreign labor, bringing in low to medium-skilled foreign workers, largely from Southeast Asia, and that has had the effect of leading to a suppression of wage growth, and when inflation is factored into a real decline. And so it has benefited to some extent a lot of the employers, but it has really led to the marginalization, particularly of non-college educated Bermudian workers.
Mr. Commission highlighting the situation faced by one of his own constituents as an example of the need for the introduction of a living wage.
She worked 96 hours in a well-known restaurant in Bermuda during the summer period. Over a 2-week period, 96 hours, got no overtime pay, and she was earning the princely sum of $7.50 per hour. Once the social insurance and payroll tax was deducted, she took home $620.90. And the tips, for example, she may have earned about 130, she says on average 140. It's not a large restaurant, on tips per week. So for 2 weeks worth of work, working 96 hours, no overtime, she earned perhaps just under $900 for that two-week period. This is a Bermudian whose family goes back, actually her roots probably go back about at least 200-300 years. And so that is a challenge. I mean, that's one caveat, as I mentioned earlier. It's not about denigrating foreigners, particularly those who come from areas of relative poverty. They're not the focus, okay, because they're being exploited too. Of course, for many of them, earning $15 an hour or $12 an hour is like manna from heaven compared to their circumstances in their home country. But many of them are just trying to support families back home. The real focus has to be on Bermudian and Bermuda-based companies who are indulging in these exploitative practices.
That was MP Ralph Commission. Now, while Bermudians visiting Las Vegas over the weekend are breathing a sigh of relief that they escaped the danger inflicted by a lone gunman who killed nearly 60 people, one Bermudian in particular is thanking his lucky stars today. Pierre Baisden, who was visiting Las Vegas the week before, has particular reason to be thankful for being alive. It turns out the hotel he stayed at was the very hotel gunman Stephen Paddock attempted to stay at originally to carry out the shooting. However, Paddock was unable to book the hotel during the time Mr. Baisden was there, and Paddock ended up selecting the nearby Mandalay Bay Hotel to carry out his terror the following week.
Well, I would say that at first I was really shaken out when I found out that he was really trying to get in for last week, and it really had me thinking that I'm really lucky that he wasn't able to get in. I went to the concert with a friend, and we went for a really good time, and it's just such a shame that this happened in such a well-known place, and for so many people to be affected by it. I can't even imagine what it would have been like if it was me there, if he was actually able to get there when he wanted to. And I'm just really thankful that he didn't. But at the same time, I'm shaken out by how these people were affected.
Well, temperatures have finally dropped to a comfortable 75 degrees as autumn weather begins to roll in. Let's head over to the AccuWeather headquarters for a full synopsis.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
Good evening. Hopefully everybody had a fantastic day today. Tonight, we have some pretty nice conditions. This forecast is brought to you by the BF&M Insurance Group, and we do see a warm front that is heading to the north. Here it is. With that, we are seeing some spotty showers in places. Some people certainly staying dry, but again, a couple brief showers in places and also maybe an uptick in cloud coverage. Right now, the temperatures are 76 degrees here across the island. We did reach 81 today, which is our average, so we are spot on for this time of year. Humidity 65%, winds out of the southeast at 15 knots. Now the waves inside the reef are 2 to 3 feet and outside 5 to 9. A bit choppy out there, so we do have a small craft advisory in place through tonight. That could be extended, but we do expect that to expire tonight. So it's going to be partly cloudy and breezy, 75 degrees for the temperature. Now tomorrow during the day, it's going to be pretty nice, a mix of clouds and sunshine, but then toward those evening hours, we're going to see some showers move in, and it's going to be a bit breezy as well. It's going to remain like that through Saturday, off and on showers, so it's going to be a little bit wetter than we normally see. Our high tide, the first one 9:20 p.m. on Thursday, the second one 9:44 in the morning on Friday. Now if you're traveling, everything really does look pretty good here across the board, except for Miami. We're going to see some powerful thunderstorms there, so we could see some delays pretty much through the weekend. So if you are flying into Miami, you might want to check on those flights ahead of time. Here in the Caribbean, things are a bit wet, of course, as usual. Pop-up showers and thunderstorms, but also we are watching a tropical storm that is in Central America pushing off to the north. Right now it's heading towards the Yucatan as a tropical storm. So here we are again in our region. Friday night into Saturday, we're going to see off and on showers. Temperatures staying warm right around 80, 81 degrees. Sunday is going to be beautiful, mostly sunny. Monday and Tuesday, maybe a few more clouds out there, but temperatures on the rise, eventually being just a degree or two above average, reaching 83 degrees. So stay tuned to Ocean 89, Power 95, and Inspire 105 for all your latest news and weather.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
Imagine a kind of comfort that's unique to you. Serta did. the Serta iComfort Hybrid Sleep System. The first hybrid mattress that combines advanced coils with our triple action gel memory foam for comfort that cradles, supports, and cools you. It's comfort reimagined. The iComfort Hybrid Sleep System.
Exclusively available at Big Saving Zone, Southside, St. David's.
2 hurricanes have devastated large parts of the Caribbean. Now Bermuda has a chance to help out. On Thursday, October the 12th, Bermuda Broadcasting will host the West Indian Association's live telethon in aid of Caribbean hurricane relief, Give from the Heart. Live from 6 p.m. on ZFB TV 7 and Power 95 FM radio. It will include music, exclusive reports, and eyewitness accounts. Show your support on Thursday and give from the heart.
That's the beautiful rhythm that we've seen from Duffy all season. All smiles from a very proud Bermudian who wins the title, defends her title with maximum points, 5,200, her 6th win of the season.
New Public Works Minister David Birch has toured the Hamilton docks to get an overview of their daily operations. The Hamilton dock tour was part of a series of visits that the Public Works Minister has made in recent weeks to assess the island's various lands, infrastructure and buildings. This week's tour was conducted by Stevedoring Services CEO Warren Jones, and Minister Birch was accompanied by Ministry Permanent Secretary Mr. Francis Richardson. During the visit, Minister Birch was provided with a comprehensive overview of the dock's logistics and operations, which was followed by a walking tour of the dock area. Coming up in tonight's sports, Bermuda youth footballer named Player of the Week. Corona League season kicks off tomorrow night, and young cricketer receives his Centurion certificate in England. Earl Basin has these stories and more in tonight's sports report.
Dartmouth's men's soccer midfielder Justin Donowa has been named the Ivy League Player of the Week for his performance in his team's 2-1 victory over Princeton in double overtime. Deshae Darrell's fine form continued when she scored 2 goals for Brookhaven College in a 6-1 conference win over North Lake College. Darrell opened the scoring in the 2nd minute. She would then be on target again in the 25th minute. Meanwhile, Jasmine Spence and her Mercer women's soccer teammates rallied to a 2-1 triumph over Wolford Terriers at Bearfield. Sophomore midfielder Spence netted her 2nd career goal. It was the game winner in the 70th minute. This is what Spence had to say in an interview after scoring her first goal a week ago.
I'm very thankful. We all played a great game. You need your teammates there to, put you in the right places. I don't usually play up top. I'm usually the one feeding the ball. So, it was nice to get my shot off and get a goal. You keep trying. You got to take shots. If you don't take shots, you don't get goals.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Go enjoy your win. Your teammates look like they were ready for you.
Mike McGrath, the president of the Corona League, announced the 9th Corona League season.
Another exciting season awaits us and starts on Friday with the Coronita Charity Cup being contested by the league winners West End United and the BTC Cup winners Footy Kings. Friendly rivalries resume at 7 p.m. at BAA Goose Gosling Field, which will warm things up nicely for the full Corona League start the following Friday. The teams competing for the league title this season will be BAA Wanderers, Flanagan's Onions, Footy King, Lock and Key, North Village Community Club, Robin Hood, Royal Bermuda Regiment, Tough Dog Sports Club, Vasco da Gama and West End United.
Vinzi Swan, the Footy Kings coach, is hoping to get the season off to a flyer, and they also have a few surprises for the season.
So this season we want to start very good. Starting with Friday night, we play West End and we want to win that final, and that would jumpstart our season for this year, and hopefully we do get off the mark and win 3 trophies, maybe even 4 in the FA Cup this year. So let's do it.
Do you have any inclusions in your team for this year?
Yes. Kevon Franks, he's coming in. We have our core that played last year and finished very well. Aquino Grant got 42 goals last year, so we're happy to keep him.
Joe Pimentel from the defending league champions West End United said the team has been preparing for a while.
We've been pre-season training since after cup match. We had good numbers come out since then. We picked up some good quality players. I won't reveal any names, but our goal this year is to defend the Charity Cup and also the league that we won last year as well.
Marcus Scotland has received a certificate from Lord's Taverns commemorating his first competitive century. In June of this year, Scotland scored 174 not out as Surrey scored 221 for 2 in their allotted 50 overs against Cambridgeshire. Scotland was at the wicket for 194 minutes. He faced 164 deliveries, hitting 21 fours and 1 6. The Bermuda Basketball Elite League season resumed inside the Summersfield Academy Gymnasium last evening, where 263 points were scored in a doubleheader. The Warriors edged the Hornets 79-77 in the opener. The Warriors got a game-high 30 points from Jason Lowe, while Alex Butterfield scored 19 points for the Hornets. The second game of the night saw the Panthers defeat the Marksmen 64-43. Brandon Morris scored 18 points for the Panthers, while Seth Hartman scored 10 points for the Marksmen. Softball season resumed at the Michael Priest Softball Diamond, where a doubleheader resulted in 49 runs crossing the plate. The Blue Wahoos defeated Scared Hitless 20-2, while Bermuda Pest Control defeated Parakeet Flyers 19-8. In commercial bowling league action at the Ward Lanes, it saw Sweet Life defeat Live Trouble 3-1. The Braves defeated the Sunset 3-1. The Pin Pushers got by BPS Blue Lanterns 3-1, while Cool Runnings got the better of BTC 3-1. We Do It Big defeated the Superstars 3-1, and the match between the Spinners and 10 Pin Mafia ended 2-2. The 2017-18 Bermuda Pool League season continued across the island, where the BBC Cricketers defeated RAA 203-199. Bermuda Breeze got by Queen's Club Kings 184-177, and in a close battle, BPSU edged the PORC Alley Shooters 192-199. Drinkum and Sinkum Knights defeated the Gladiators 211-168, and Warwick Workmen defeated Bailey's Bay 194-190. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Hey Smokey, let's get lunch from the Marketplace Food Court. You know what? That sounds good. They have oxtails, pumpkin, curried lamb, lemon chicken, sweet and sour ribs, vegetable stir fry, and the variety goes on.
Their chefs are good. They'll set you right up with all the good carbons.
And don't forget the special dishes from the islands.
It doesn't matter. Well, no matter what you feel like eating, Marketplace will have it.
You know, it's quick, it's quality, and at prices you can count on.
Visit us 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Made for you daily at the Hamilton Marketplace Food Court.
Cross comes in, and it's won by Clark, but put back in. Huddersfield have scored, and it is Naki Wells.
Naki Wells, 3-0.
Into the area, and again, and this time it's turned in by Naki Wells.
That's St. George. I mustn't.
Are you there for me? My heart is gone, I need it back. Oh, Harley, the better living for himself in America.
Two hurricanes have devastated large parts of the Caribbean. Now Bermuda has a chance to help out. On Thursday, October the 12th, Bermuda Broadcasting will host the West Indian Association's live telethon in aid of Caribbean hurricane relief, Give from the Heart. Live from 6 p.m. on ZFB TV 7 and Power 95 FM radio. It will include music, exclusive reports, and eyewitness accounts. Show your support on Thursday and give from the heart.
The Bermuda Festival has launched a competition to select a top youth music ensemble and runners-up to perform in its 2018 festival program. The competition will be open to all ensembles featuring students between the ages of 11 and 21 who play any genre of music. Groups can include between 2 and 8 people and will be required to play 2 pieces at the auditions on Saturday, November 4th. 6 bands will be selected to appear in a competition round on Saturday, January 13th, from which a winner and a runner-up will be invited to perform on Tuesday, January 30th, as featured artists, along with an international artist who will have provided coaching. For more information or to register for an audition, please email outreach@bermudafestival.org. And that's all we have for you this evening. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for watching. Good night.
Jasmine Patterson's wardrobe and makeup is provided by Gibbons Company.